I have a guest, like right now I have two guests on my broadcast,
Yes.
and I will be mesmerized looking at your two beautiful faces, and
That's all you need.
I will dismiss comments.
But honestly, earlier you were so funny with all the gadgets. We were in the comments laughing so hard because it was so cute. You were like, and then I have 15 potato chip holders. Like, and wait, Rick Costa is like a comedian because he was like, "How
Well, that's
many
why
bags
he's
of
invited
potato
too.
chips do you open?"
Hey, I do have two kids, so
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's hilarious. Hi, Michael again.
Hello, hello.
oh, it just said connection to Twitter.
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
Yes,
yes,
I
we
can hear
can.
you, Michael.
We can
Okay.
hear you loud and
And
clear.
hi, Ace Man. That's so sweet of you to say thank you.
Rick
Rick
Costa. Look at
Costa.
this
That's right.
dynamic duo. Like this is unbelievable.
That's right. That's right.
So, James, what Michael had said in the comments was we see a shadow on the top of your.
Oh yeah,
And
you know
before it
it's
was a
Santa
lot
Claus.
more. Not that your audio was
Here
off.
comes
It's
Santa Claus. Here
it's
comes
his
Santa
shoulder.
Claus.
His
Oh, that's
shoulder.
what it is.
Yes.
I got to
Oh,
tuck
I
in
thought it
this.
was the sauce you spilt.
No, no. It's this guy right here. This is the guy right here.
Oh, he's amazing.
From the can opener.
Right. Do you
That you
really
have to
have
use
one
3
too?
times.
No, you know what it is. Oh, you know what? It's I gotta.
Michael, you missed the can
right, there we
opener that he showed that he bought today. How he
Kitchen
does it by
Mama.
itself.
Kitchen Mama is called.
Kitchen
Sounds
Mama.
perfect.
I love it. Okay, you put it on your can.
It sounds like my early date life.
You
Okay.
press a button and it does all the work for you. And then you hit the
All
button
right.
to turn it off, and
She's
it
my
cuts the
kitchen
can on
mama.
the outer part so you don't get the sharp like edge. You know.
I know, but the best part, right? Ace Man just said, but he spilt all of it like on the counter.
Because you know,
so
at
it
first
kinda
I thought I
didn't
didn't get
work.
it. I thought it didn't get it enough, but the paper was stuck. So
Yeah,
then I was
I
like,
have that
why?
old school one where you have to really work hard and
Oh, you got to crank it.
it.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, it's
That's for
so
when I run out of
painful.
batteries.
But I have
I
one
use-
too, honestly, and it is a game changer. It's like, wow, this is so easy.
you know what? When I first got it, Rick, my wife was like, "You're such an idiot." Like, I started opening up cans because I was like, "I love this."
Oh
What do you
my
want me to open up? She's
I
like,
need
"Why
another can!"
Stop opening up cans.
So funny. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have a buzz now? James. Oh, you're asking
little
if
happy.
James has a buzz.
I
thought you
saw
had like a buzz cut.
your Instagram today. It was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you were heavier then.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, gotta go check
was,
Instagram. I missed
two-
something.
Was that a
I
non-fit you? Was that more of a cheeseburger you? Like you look like a different
probably,
dude.
Yeah.
You looked about 20, 30 pounds heavier to me.
No, no. I was probably 15
Okay.
to 20 pounds. Because what it was is when I got my game changer too was also when I hit the scale at 200. I was like, what?
What do you weigh right now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm now I have like a 5-pound fluctuation, so
Yeah.
I'm fluctuating between 175 and 180.
That's perfect for you, right?
No, it is, but I'm like, since I stopped smoking, you know, now my goal is to get back down to a fluctuation of like 175, 170.
Are you drinking less too?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yep.
Good for you.
Yep.
We
Are
were
we talking
talking
about
about
this-
swearing
this
today. You
video
should ask
that you
him
put
about
today?
swearing.
Yeah. No, that was last night. I think I put that on.
Last night.
But that's an old video.
Yeah, it's I was at the Ritz-Carlton in Bachelor Gulch in Colorado, and I had my mom, see, the story
Was
is
that like 5 years ago?
I gotta look at the timestamp on that.
Okay.
But that but it was probably more, maybe not 5 years ago, maybe more like 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
And my mom, you know how when you cremate somebody, they give you a huge, like if somebody wants some urns and stuff, whatever, but then there's still so many ashes, so that's basically a big box, right, of ashes.
Yes.
And so my parents
Kevin.
my parents met when they got together. They both worked at Teletype, right, which eventually became AT&T, and then whatever. Anyways, long story short is they had a ski club, so they met at the company ski club, and they would go on skiing trips. So they skied all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then so when and then that's part of, like, I ski, and then I try to make a point to take my kids, and I've been doing it for years. I'm like, you're gonna learn how to ski, and we're gonna go skiing at least once a year, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so she's like, and I would fly to I'd fly privately with my bosses to, they got a place in the Bachelor Gulch, whatever, and I I was like, she's like, if it'd be nice if you want to, like, if you can, like, maybe take it up the mountain and spread his ashes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what, I'll do that. So I rented these snowshoes. Now, for people who don't know what snowshoes is, it's kind of like yay big. Your foot's like this, and it's probably like this big, and it kind of like circle, and then it kind of stems up. And so I get up in the morning, and I got my knapsack, my backpack, and I had the ashes back there and whatever. And I go up, and I'm going to go on the ski lift, and like, they're like, it's not the first one. They're like, it's not open yet. It doesn't open for, I don't know, another half an hour or whatever. And like, well, I'm like, he goes, you got to hike up to that one. And I say it in my video. So I hiked up about a half an hour hike. And then I got to that point, and then I took the lift up even higher. And then I was going to go in an area, and I say it in the video. And the map, they're pretty detailed map, and there's so many runs. And I've been skiing it there for a lot of years. I got so good by working at there that I do double black extreme runs. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, which is you go anywhere.
I was
No,
gonna say that means nothing to me, but okay. I'm not a
people who
skier.
know,
Is
people who
it,
know,
is
who
Oh.
this
know.
hard to talk about, buddy? Because you're distracting from the topic, really.
No, well, anyways, no, not really. So, but
Okay.
so you'll see in the video, and that's what it was. And I tried to
Mm-hmm.
find a place where I can go there, and something that's going to stay, like that's why 22 is important to me. It's one of my favorite numbers. So when
Yeah.
it was like, it was like, and it was a cloudy day. And so when I got to the point where I was like, where am I going to find a place? And I looked at the pole, one of the poles that holds up the rails, the ski
Mm-hmm.
lifts that go on, and it said 22. And I was like, okay,
This
this
is
is a,
it.
this is a good area. So I looked for the best tree that's still not too mature, but like in between, so it's going to have many years, because those
Mhm.
trees in Colorado, they last a long time. And so I found this nice pine, and then so happened that there was this little old gas station for the snowmobiles and stuff back in the day. They don't use it anymore, but they use it, so it's like an antique thing that
Yeah.
they just keep there. So there was like three markers that I was like, okay. And then so I went on the tree, and it's funny because if you look at the photo, there's an
I need to see this.
indentation of the snow.
Yeah.
I was trying to spread it around, and I slipped, and my hand went into it. I was just like, what?
I missed that. Okay,
No,
I'm
it's not in
looking.
the video. It's not in the
Oh,
video.
oh, I thought
It's
it was
that,
in the
but you see
video.
when I'm showing it, when I'm
Yeah.
showing it, you see like a
So,
indentation of it.
what do you miss most about your dad? That's kind of where I wanted to go with this.
What I miss is just because
This is not
my
easy.
dad my dad did not take care of himself physically. So he ate like shit. He
Yeah.
drank all the time.
Yeah.
Um, and so ultimately he died of a heart attack early on in his early 60s, which is young, right?
Hmm.
And so I think part of that too is like, for me, is why I'm not going to let my body go. I'm not, like, as far as I'm concerned, it's a lifestyle change. Like, when you get your mind, when you get your mindset that, like, I'm going to take care of myself, and it's not like you just do it for a week, a month. I'm like, no, this is going to be for the rest of my life.
Right, that makes sense.
And what I think is, what I've learned too, especially with our kids, when you have kids, is they don't listen to what we say so much, but they watch what we do.
They watch what you do.
They
Yeah.
watch what you
They
do.
do what you do. They don't do what
Exactly.
you say.
And
That's an
so
oldie. My grandpa used to tell me that one.
Yeah, and
Way
it's
back.
so true. And so I'm sitting back now,
Yeah.
and I'm loving my son because he's almost in competition with me,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
and
How
Well,
old
he
is
wants
he?
the
he's
he
How
wants
old is
that
he?
15.
car.
He's
Oh,
15.
he's
He wants
Oh,
that
he
15.
car.
wants
That's
that.
what
Oh, Michael,
he
he
wants the car.
wants that car. He
You have to
even and
explain
I
it.
Maybe he wants the can opener. I don't
yeah.
know.
No, but he he wants the car so bad, and he even knows because I'm spiritual, and I my family and my kids, they
Hmm.
know, and they're like, Dad, he's like, I'm manifesting that car. I'm like,
Oh,
Yes, he is.
stop.
oh,
I'm like,
good.
stop.
That's
I'm
good.
like, stop.
Has anyone else lost their father or mother recently in the last 10 years that's in this chat with us?
Is that what the chat room?
No, us. That's four.
Oh, not in the past 10 years. Well, I mean, you may not know. I lost my mom when I was 11 and a half, and I've
Yeah, I
never
remember
known
you
my
saying that.
father. So I don't
Right.
have.
Okay, so you had a sense of loss. And
Oh,
you know
yeah,
it.
but not in the
Yeah,
past 10 years.
yeah.
On the sense of loss, what do you know? We can ask everybody in
I
this
think
room.
Rick was about to say something and then
Oh, I'm sorry, Rick. Go
he
on,
got
Rick.
I'm
barreled.
sorry, Rick.
No, I think pretty sure it's been less than 10 years. I suck with time and remembering times, but yeah, I'm pretty sure
Do you
it's been less
still
than 10 for mine.
you're taking care of your mother, right?
Yeah.
But your father passed?
Oh, yeah, a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. The first death experience that I had that actually hit me was when I was 12 years old, and my grandmother
Hmm.
passed away, and she passed away early, and she passed away from malpractice from her doctor.
Mm.
And
Oh, wow.
the crazy thing about that was, that's why it's so funny, like when people have stuff for their family, and like, um gifts, even though we all have gifts, I don't really like to use that word, because we all have the same intuition and stuff, just some people develop more. Well, her sister, who lives in Germany, because I have a huge German um, side of me, and family still there, she had a nightmare, or yeah, I guess it was a nightmare, the night before, about her sister dying. And the next day, her sister, and the time difference too between the United States and Germany, right? So essentially, it was within a 24-hour period, and she did. And the thing that was messed up about that is, in a general medical book that my grandma and my grandfather had, it's stated in there that if you mix this drug and this drug, it said fatal,
Mm,
right?
mm,
And you know how doctors are.
mm,
They're just, you
mm.
know. But anywho, but yeah, so it's just it's so I remember at 12, and I was trying to be strong, but I was a ring, well, no, not ring. I was a pallbearer. I was a pallbearer for her. And I remember I was trying to keep my 12-year-old, trying to be cool, and I was like, I'm not gonna let my emotions get to me. Nope, nope, nope. And I was all fine and fine. And then as soon as we all had to grab the casket, I remember that, and then making the walk down the aisle, all of a sudden it was like a rainforest. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Mm.
it was
Michael,
just
how did
messed
we
up.
get into this subject? How did you bring us
And
here?
but I'll tell you the
This is
connection
what
with
I
that.
do.
But
This
the
is my
connection that
gift.
I had
This
with
is
the connection I had with my grandmother is, we also were the same birthday, January 6th. She was a Capricorn, January 6th, born, and I was born on her birthday, January 6th too. So we kind of had a special bond in that in relationship, you
Mm.
know. And so it sucked that I lost her too early, because she never even got to see, like, you know what I mean? That those are, I know they can see you from above. I know, I get that. But it's certain things that you'd like them, like the physical person, to experience. Just like my dad, like certain things
Mm,
I'd like to be able to, like, treat him and take him to a place, like, even if he couldn't ski anymore, but bring him on the trip. Just certain things.
mm.
Concerts. He's big into jazz. He's my big influence, like why I like classical music and why I like jazz is
yeah.
from my dad.
Mm.
I like showing your sensitive side. I really do. Yeah.
I know, but Michael, you didn't answer the question. Have you lost someone in the past 10 years?
I've lost a lot of people in the last 10 years. I've
You
lost a
said
lot
in
of
the
people
past year you've lost a lot.
yeah, I've
Mm,
lost a few close friends. Yeah. And you know
mm,
what's funny is you don't really appreciate them when they're here,
Right.
but when they're gone, I remember the first time I realized that I wasn't going to spend Christmas with my grandmother. I went, because in my head I was like, oh, well, I have to drive there. And I went, oh, yeah, I guess
Mm.
I ain't doing that anymore. And that's the only time it really hit me was, oh, you
Mm-hmm.
lose some things.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But prior to that, I was pretty okay with it because I didn't want her to suffer. But then I guess the selfish side of me was like, hey, I like the Christmas and I like being all together. I guess that's not going to be a thing anymore. And it's something I had since I was 4.
Did that happen to you, Michael, and your family when your grandparents both passed away? Did Was there less of a gathering of
Oh
certain?
yeah, because they
Yeah,
were the
me too.
glue.
Me
They
too.
both died
Yeah,
within 2 weeks of each other.
me too. Same thing happened.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's what happens when souls have been together for a very long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that would be me and my beloved for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
The one that hit me the biggest was you expect old people, of obviously they're going to die eventually. You don't want to think about it. You expect
yeah,
maybe people that have been sick for a long time. Okay, it might happen. But when somebody that you grew up with, like a sister, literally grew up in the same house when I was born, dies at 34, and I was 32 from a
Oh
cancer that
wow.
60-year-olds get. Cancer that 60-year-olds get. And it's like devastating. Like I thought we were gonna, have our grandkids playing with each other. Nope, that ain't happening. It's like, well,
Yeah.
she did have one son, but it's like, yeah, that devastated me. That was rough. I was like, yo,
Mm.
we gonna talk about this. Like,
Right.
I was so
yeah.
mad. I was so mad.
I'm so sorry.
Mm.
Can we talk about something later that's
Yeah.
kind of fun? Is that
And
Yeah.
okay?
not like a
Vanilla
Pets
Light.
2. Pets
It
2
was
is
Uh,
so
just
funny because
a
he
tragedy
he
waiting to
said when he
happen.
brought us up here, he was like, I don't want
the
to talk about
king.
I
anything
I'm the
heavy.
know.
king of
And
light.
we
That's
were
what I
I
talking
said.
about
know.
appliances and laughing, and
I
Michael gets
know.
on there and is like, hey
I
buddy.
blame Milton. He started it.
It wasn't Milton, it was Michael.
It
Michael
was
does that
Michael.
sweet thing, that
No,
sweet
I'm
syrupy
just teasing you,
voice.
Milton.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
get. I'm
Yeah,
teasing you,
he does
Milton.
that whole thing. It's Michael. He does
it's
that,
slow. Yeah,
hey
yeah.
He's like,
buddy. You know you're
Hey,
in
buddy.
trouble.
oh, who is it? That one guy, the sports guy, Roman or something. He always interviews you and he gets you to cry, right? You
Yes.
know,
Oh my god.
you know what I'm talking
I don't
about,
know who
right?
that is. A sports guy?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
Oh
was
no,
like
you're talking about Gumbel, Brian
no,
Gumbel.
no, no, because
Oh, I don't know.
remember, Kubi Junior Gooding or
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Cuba
um
Gooding Jr.
Cuba Juding, or is it Cuba or Cuba? How do you say it? You say Cuba?
Cuba. Remember in the
Cuba,
movie where it was
I don't know.
um, Show Me the Money? Remember that
Yeah,
movie?
with Tom Cruise.
So he
Yeah.
was on the interview in the movie, and he even said to him, "He's like, you ain't gonna get me to cry, man. I know that's
Right,
your
right,
gig."
right.
And he ended up getting him to cry because he was like, I,
I
"He's like,
think
you're
that
gonna
sounds
sign a
like
contract for
Michael.
14 million." He's like, "What, fucker? I told you I wasn't gonna
Michael
cry."
stirs the pot whichever way he wants.
Oh,
It's
Michael,
just
I gave you a shout out this morning when I was doing my workout.
Yeah.
I was one of the workouts I was doing where you lean down and you
Yeah.
totally rotate your arm like you're stirring like a big pot of
Yes.
soup.
Oh
And I was
yeah.
like, let's call, I said, let's like call this the Michael Bathurst like stir.
Yeah. I have to watch that. That's
I
good.
love that. I love that.
I have with stirring of the pot. I've noticed some individuals are back.
Good, good.
Yeah.
What do you
So
mean
they
Good.
left.
individuals are back? What do you mean?
Some
They left.
individuals are back.
They're pretending like they were gonna be gone forever, and they're making
Yeah.
their way back and broadcasting.
perhaps.
Oh,
Yeah.
to Haps. I missed
Yeah.
something. Okay, I was
Haps.
confused.
I get that
Um,
because we did go from a segue of missing partners and loved ones, and now I said they're gone, and I get it. I get it.
I
That's
just a
fine.
little confused. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna ask you a question. Michael, have you ever seen Black Panther?
No, I should.
Oh,
You
we can't
should,
talk
Michael.
about it then.
You should. You should.
James just recently saw
Yeah.
it because we asked him to. Tony
Yeah.
asked him to, and I asked him
I
to.
will
and-
definitely watch it.
Okay,
Is
we
And
it
you know what's funny because
spiritual?
I do my bills on Sunday, and so I was laying all my bills down Sunday morning.
Can
and
you
I
do
was
my
like,
bills on Sunday?
right? And so I laid all my envelopes and I'm opening it and I have like this
Yeah.
process, right? Like lay down. So I'm like,
I
you know
bet you
what?
do.
Here's a good opportunity. Let's put the movie on because I was kind of like, I'm gonna put it on there and I'll see. And it was
Yeah.
kind of slow in the beginning, and so I was like, okay, I can do my bills and kind of look at it. And then all of a sudden, the chasing happened. And then from that point on, I was glued. I like stopped my
Oh,
bills.
right at the beginning, you mean? Right at the beginning?
Yeah, the chase
Oh,
scene
yeah.
is
Yeah,
what.
it's really good.
But the very beginning, like before the chase scene, it was a little slow,
Right,
It was a
right,
little
right.
slow. And then the chasing happened, and I was just like, I'm hooked. I was hooked.
good. I'm so glad. Okay, but we'll
It was
talk about
good.
it some other time because
Yeah,
I thought
yeah, yeah.
Michael had seen it. We don't want
A
to.
lot of
If he ever
series are
sees it.
like that, though, right? You don't think you're going to enjoy it, and you will get into like episode 2, and you're like, okay, I guess. 3,
Michael,
you're
out of
like,
all the Marvel movies, definitely my top 10 in my top 10 for
yeah.
sure.
Well,
And there's a
he's left the
lot of
planet.
Marvel
He's
movies. There's
left
a
the planet,
lot.
right? That guy's gone.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Chadwick Boseman. Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman,
Yeah.
yeah, Boseman.
What was the story there? How did he die?
Cancer.
He was sick with cancer, but he didn't tell anybody, and he did all these movies back to back while he suffered through it, and that's why
Yeah.
it became such a big deal. He was 43, 42.
Well, he didn't look 43, though.
Well,
I
mean, he
don't
was-
think so.
No, he did it, but he was also sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was
But there's
fierce.
so many cool things about that movie, though. I mean, not to give it away, though, but Michael, do you like James Bond movies?
I do.
There's a lot of similarities.
Interesting.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
similarities.
I like hearing when people first see the movie what they think of it. I think that's
Yeah.
really cool. I'm glad you
I will
liked it. I
definitely.
was
I'll
really
watch it
Yeah.
this week. I'll watch it this
And
week. I
and there
promise.
was there's funny scenes where like
He's so
it,
cute.
like-
He can't help himself, Rick. He can't help himself.
It's like with the can opener. You got any more cans?
I know. Can you
I'm
show
5
us
years
more
old.
gadgets? Like,
gadgets. Do you want to see
oh
gadgets?
my God. You're just so funny. You're like, and here is a garlic press, Carmen. This
Have
is
you
a
guys
garlic
seen
Well, because
Nine
you thought
Perfect?
that the
You guys
juicer
seen
was a
Nine
garlic-
Perfect Strangers? Have you seen
Nine
that?
Perfect Strangers.
No, what is that
Watch
about?
that. You got to watch it.
What's
Wait,
it
wait,
about?
wait.
Is it what?
No,
what's
that's
the
all I got to
genre?
tell you.
Is it a
Trust me,
comedy?
you'll love it. Nine
Is it a
Perfect
comedy?
Strangers. No, not by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh,
Is it a horror thing? I don't
a
watch
horror
horror.
It's
movie?
not horror. It's not horror.
Okay.
It's kind of
suspense.
spiritual.
Is it suspense thriller?
You could say that.
Okay.
It's,
Nine
it,
Perfect
if
Because I think I
Strangers.
know what you're talking about, but I don't. The title's throwing me off though.
yeah, Nine Perfect Strangers.
What's it on? Like what?
Yeah.
What?
Pretty sure it's on
It's
Amazon.
old, right? Is it old?
No, it's
Oh,
brand
Prime.
new.
Oh,
brand
then I
new.
never
It's
saw it.
new.
I never saw it then.
Yeah,
I never
Amazon
saw it.
Prime. Okay, I got that.
and it's Nicole Kidman. It's her movie. And to be honest with you, I'm not a super fan of her. But
I was
God,
just
I
gonna
love
say
her
I'm
in
not a
this.
fan. Okay.
But she's wonderful in this.
And people are really upset that she's playing Lucille Ball. I don't know.
Why?
I'll wait to see it because they say she doesn't look like her. I'm like, you know what? That's not how you do
What's
it.
up, Joshua?
Hey, Blaze.
Is she the same one that did
all
the
you
Bewitched
dirty
movie?
but beautiful animals.
Yes.
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 Very good.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
What
Do
happened?
you know what I liked her in, and I liked all the
Bewitched.
actresses in? Is was it Dirty Little Secrets or wait, was it what was it
Wait, I
called?
missed what you guys said before.
Dirty Little Lies or something like that. It was like it was on HBO. It was like a
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
Remember what I'm
It's
talking
funny
about?
too. Like
They had
this,
two
it's funny
seasons.
as well. So it's worth your time. It's a series. It's going to take a few hours of your life away, but the messages in it, I think, are if you're wired like we are in this room, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it.
What are we
it's-
saying about Bewitched, though, Rick?
Oh, I'm
missed it.
sorry, Josh. My bad. Because at first,
It's
Josh,
your broadcast. You can be
at fir-
bad.
you called yourself in the third person. I'm like, why is he calling himself in the third? Oh, that's why he's calling him. My bad,
He draws the
Saying
line
Nicole.
at Joshua.
Josh.
Nicole Kidman.
Well, he's Joshua
Nicole Kidman.
Tree. He's the all infinite wisdom of mystery.
That's
in-
right.
in a-
Oh,
in a
Rick,
desert
they're
land.
saying that. Wait, Nicole Kidman played Bewitched? No.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
true.
didn't see that.
It didn't do
But
very
it's
well.
recent. It's recent. It's like
Yeah, it didn't do very well.
Did she
It-
do
it
it
did
well?
okay.
Did she do good?
She was all right.
I never saw it though.
She's a great actress, but just because you're a great
Oh,
actress,
she's mind-blowing in
there's-
this.
There's like only
Nine
one
Perfect
actress
Strangers.
I think that could pull off everything, and that's Meryl Streep.
I was
She's
just
the
gonna
only
say
one.
Meryl Streep. Yep, that's why I love you, Carmen, because we click.
We
a
do.
lot.
We think we're the
Yeah.
same. We're the same.
Same as Sanity. It's
Yep.
all right. We like
She did
can
a show-
openers.
She did a TV show too where this woman got murdered, and the whole
Uh-huh.
thing was trying to figure out who actually murdered this woman, and she was really good in that. I can't remember what it was called, of course.
Little
but-
Pretty Liars or something. Is that what you guys are
Oh,
talking
Little
about?
Pretty Lies.
Oh,
it-
Pretty Little Liars or
Pretty.
something.
Oh no.
No,
Yeah, it was an
that's it.
HBO thing that she was in on that one. But no, she's a
Yeah.
good actress. She's a very good actress.
Yeah, you know what? I want to see the Lucille Ball one and see it. But Kevin, she already did it. I didn't think it came out yet. Kevin wrote that she did a great
everything
Lucille
comes
Ball.
out like this now. They don't because now that everything goes to stream, it's like HBO or HBO Max or
Right. It
Amazon
comes up
Prime or
fast.
Hulu. It's all out fast now.
I got it. I didn't know it came out. I always wait until the end of the year and then I get all the movies for free and then I watch them because I get them from SAG. So you have to, because we
Oh,
vote.
somebody's a SAG actor in the room. I'm
I'm
sorry.
SAG
I'm
AFTRA.
I'm a non-union.
Yeah,
I got
sorry.
non-union wages when I was doing that shit.
Well, actually, I actually became SAG because I did voiceover work.
Yeah.
So, and I've done some acting stuff, but it really was voiceover work when I became SAG.
Mine was just extra stuff. Do you
So
know what's
so
funny though? Because
so
the one
Nine Perfect
lady,
Strangers is considered drama, mystery, and thriller.
figured
All
Thriller
right,
would be in there
I'll.
too.
And
It's it's
it's
it's a
got a
series.
7 out of 10. I'd give it a 9. But
Seven
Really?
Tomatoes.
you have to be spiritually aligned to understand it.
Yeah. I
It's
like
not
movies
for
like that.
those who have not dabbled in the spiritual arts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of voiceovers, I think Michael will be great for prescriptions. May cause death, suicidal thoughts, blah, blah, blah.
that's right. That's right.
Yes.
Michael would be great as a voiceover
Like
artist, though,
Carmen
wouldn't
Oh
he?
does.
yeah.
Rick gets the clap for that
He
one.
does. He does.
Clap on, clap off. The clapper.
But wait, have,
That
have
was
have you ever
spot
considered
on.
doing voiceover work, Michael?
I'm happy with my life as it is right now.
But
I get to
Michael,
spend
hey,
time with you guys.
who
I'm
doesn't
good.
need who doesn't need some extra passive income, right?
Right now, I'm very busy with the life I have. So I
No,
like it.
I'm sure. I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
You want to hear something funny? My very first job was McDonald's, right? And the
Yes.
same cousin that I told you died. She actually got me there to work there. She goes, just work here for a month and we get $50. I'm like, all right, I'll just do it for a month. But then I ended up staying forever. So the drive-through before, now they use headsets, but before they had the speakers, a little box, and you'd have to push the button
Yes.
so everybody could hear everything. So my very, very
Thanks for the
first
award,
order,
Josh.
Thank you for the awards,
thank you,
Blaze.
thank you, Blazin. First one, hi, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? First order ever. This woman goes on the speaker and everybody can hear it. Ooh, coffee, tea, or me? I said, what? And my cousin said, yes, say yes, say yes. I was like, shut up, shut up. I was like, oh my God. First order. I was like, what?
You're just lucky. You were aligned. They were testing you right from the
They were
beginning.
testing you.
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay, what is the worst job any of you have ever had?
Ooh, that's a good question.
McDonald's.
What's
McDonald's.
the worst job?
Boom.
I cleaned somebody's house. When I first moved to Los Angeles, I didn't know anybody and I answered an ad so I could get free room and board and you had to do light housekeeping. And he lived near UCLA and he was an older gentleman, Mr. Nasher. He was very nice. He was like maybe in his 80s and he used to play the piano all the time. But that was the worst job because I had to actually clean a house and that is real work. I mean, real work. It's the hardest work I've ever done. It really is.
So you mean worse as in hard?
Well, yeah, I mean, well, whatever you think is worse or hard. I mean, I think that was the hardest work and worst thing I had to do because it was like backbreaking physical work. And my mother used to do it. And I think that's what hit me is I started thinking about how hard my mother's life
I don't
had
think I
been,
have one.
and I didn't realize it.
And those contents that you're using, I don't think I have a job I can say that.
What was bad about mine was people treat you like crap. They literally treat you like crap.
At
Like they have
McDonald's,
no
you mean?
brains. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
They treat you
But I
like
work-
dirt. It's like, what?
Yeah, I worked at fast food when I was younger, but I wouldn't. I mean, it was just fast food, and you're young. You knew it was temporary. Maybe I worked there 6 months. You know,
Mhm.
like KFC. I worked at KFC for 6 months.
Yeah.
I remember
I
one
tarred
time
fences one summer.
Oh, that's
You did
fun.
what?
I tarred fences. And it
What
was
does
like
that
acid.
mean?
Well, it was this really hot stuff that you put on, and it stopped the cattle from eating the wood and
Oh,
chewing it.
wow.
So if you got it on you, it burned you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a worst
And I had
job.
this great idea that I was going to get all tan and bronzed and look real sexy for the ladies. I was 16. I thought, I'm going to get so hot. First day I came back and I almost killed myself within 10 minutes. And I went, yeah, maybe I better wear a shirt, gloves, a coat, a jacket, something, a mask.
Okay,
'Cause
Michelle
you've got-
just said ER nurse Blondie said, caddy on 18-hole course carrying the bag. I hated the men's crude jokes. They were just starting to let females carry bags. Yeah, that would have been horrible.
I worked when I was in Florida. I moved to Florida. I got married and sold a bunch of stuff. I bought a cargo van, towed my wife's car on that, and we had a Labrador Bello, a big full size yellow lab, and we drove down to Florida, Parkland, which is like west of Boca Raton. For 1 year at a apartment complex, and I did my own business. And then for extra money, because when you own your own business, you can make great money in 1 month and then
And then
nothing
make
for like
nothing the
Oh,
three
for
next.
months.
months,
For
Yeah,
months.
right? Like
Yeah.
that's
so,
my
I
life
so
right now.
yeah, so I worked part time at a country club, Boca Point, which is a private country club, and I worked and it's all like these retired millionaires and what. So I met some cool guys, but I know what she's talking about with the language and stuff like that. Um, but I'll tell you one quick story on that that was really interesting because it was in the beginning of the day, and then on the radio, the one ranger guy says, "Hey, there's an alligator on
Oh,
on one of the fairways." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So the pro and this other guy, we grabbed the club and got into a golf cart, and we drove up to it slowly. And I took the and then before we got to the alligator, though, the guys were like, "We'll give you $5 if you can hit the alligator with your," we're joking around with like some kind of a thing. So, anyways, I'm like inching up with the golf cart, and I have this iron, and I just kind of poke at the alligator or the crocodile, whatever it was, and then it waddles into the water because there was like little water there, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool!" Da, 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 da. And then he's like, "All right, now
oh my
shh."
God.
He's like this. I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry." He says, "I'm from Chicago." I'm like, "I don't see this shit every day." It's like I was up and close to this
Yeah.
freaking
No,
gator. It was like six
no,
feet long.
no.
Uh,
I'd be
I've seen
gone.
pros, though, go up right behind an alligator, wiggle its tail, and it'll
Yep.
go. Yeah, I've
It'll
seen it.
waddle away. It'll waddle into the
No.
Yeah.
water.
No,
Yeah.
but I've seen it many times where they'll actually grab the tail.
Yeah.
And the guy explained it, and he said, "Well, why do you do this?" He says, "Well, they can't get to you if you get to their tail.
Yep.
They're not flexible enough to get you. So if you got their tail, you're safe."
Yeah.
And he said, "Gives you a couple seconds, but
And you got
they
to
quick."
zigzag. If they ever start chasing you, you're supposed to zigzag because they can go
Yeah,
really fast straight,
yeah. I
but not
heard if you
like
have a
turn.
brand new can opener, though, they'll run.
It's the noise.
Wait, so now ER's Michelle said my favorite job, we should talk about our favorite jobs, was
Hmm.
school bus driver. Had a blast out on my own driving all over K through 12th grade. I was 19, and this is no surprise to anyone who's ever seen ER Nurse, but it says the senior guys kept asking me to party with them. Of course they did. Yeah, of course they did. I guess my most fun and favorite job. I don't think
I'm
I think the
I'm
job I
doing
just
mine.
started is pretty cool right now.
I'm doing my favorite job still.
Yeah, well, you've been there for how long? 17 years?
It'll be 17 years next month.
How did
Wow.
you meet those people, if you don't mind me asking, if that's okay?
So and this is why, like, this is how everything happens for a reason. So when I moved
Synchronicity.
yeah, and I was living in Florida, I would only deal, and I was only my business. What I did there is um, I did protective coating over concrete. So I did resin floors. So it was in garage floors. Some people want in their basement or whatever. But commercially, it'd be in like warehouses, or you see them in like garages, like dealerships and stuff like this. But anyways, it was $5 a square foot, so nobody's going to put $5 a square foot in your garage floor. So I was dealing with property managers, personal assistants, you know, rarely the actual owner. And so I would build a rapport with them because I was there for at least 3 to 4 days. I would work
Mm,
like 3 hours, and then I come back the next day and work another 3 hours and come back, because it was a process. And met some really cool people. I met the personal assistant for Time Warner, who owned this nice place on Jupiter Island. And he was like, "Yeah," he's like, "There's you can go. There's a whole industry of working for wealthy people.
mhm.
Captains, pilots, chefs." assistant, blah 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 blah, all this stuff. And so he kind of put the bug in my ear, and then the hurricane was about to come. My wife has a sixth sense, so she was like, we bought a house after we lived in Parkland for a year. We felt out there, so we bought a house in Boynton Beach, and then we lived there for 18 months. Sold the house on our own, like on buy, like for anyways, made a killing because the market was like a bubble then, and then moved back, and then the hurricane hit, and was it Andrew back then? I think is when it happened. So in 2005, that's when this was, a 2005. I think it was Andrew, and moved back here to Illinois. I bought a.
Dude, you've lost me. I'm so confused what we're
Anyways,
doing.
I moved
Dude,
back
where's the
here.
car, man?
Yeah, I bought
Dude,
I bought
I got some awesome
I
tools, dude, and we could
I
fix the
bought a
car, man.
place. I bought a place, and we were starting out here, and I was just like, all right, we're going whatever. And I was filling out ads for different things, and
Mhm.
then this one person calls me up, and she says, "Hey, I'm looking through 75 applicants," and so synchronicity, right? Like numbers. I was born in 1975. And she's like, so it's just weird that she said that. And she's like, I was looking through 75 applicants and I see your name, James Namus. And I'm like, we went to high school together. Like, do you remember me? And she's like, my name, I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. She was younger than me, though. So I was like, kind of, I'm like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. But I kind of knew her. And she's like, this is the deal. Like, if they like you, these are the perks that will come, blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. I'm like, all right, I'll interview. So I go and interview with my boss. And that's when another story I've told you before. I'm sitting with my boss, and the and he goes through all this kind of stuff, and I
Is
and I
this the
tell him,
wedding ring thing?
yeah. And
Yeah.
then he says to me, he's like, well, because primarily you're going to be, taking direction from his wife, right? And he says, do you have a problem taking direction from a female, or whatever? And I just kind of go like this. And he smiles and says, "You're hired."
That's so funny.
Well played. Well played. Yes, indeed. Can we talk about goals before I go for 2022?
Yeah.
Can we start with Rick? Because Rick hasn't, I think he said about 9 words.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to type in the chat. I'll take long drawn out stories for 300, Alex. No, just kidding.
You're trying to steal my lines, Rick.
Oh my god. I think I finally need to. Well, I need to get the book I keep saying I'm going to do about how I lost the 40 pounds in 3 months, and then I also need to finally get my album released too. I've been saying I'm going to do that forever too, and the songs are done. It just needs to be copyrighted and blah blah blah. Like literally, they're all done. It just needs to be released. So I
Yay.
want to do those things.
Now you're going to put them on Spotify, like on the streaming type of thing?
Yeah, do what everybody else does. Yeah, if that's what they do, that's what I'm going to do.
It's not that difficult. You can do it. You can do it.
You can do it. Who used to say that? The Romanian coach, right? You can do it, Nadia. You can do it. Remember that?
Oh my gosh! Speaking of
the
dude,
gymnast?
where's my car? You know that movie you were just talking
Yeah.
about? Me and my son, when he was little, he used to crack up in the drive-through part where the guy's putting the order in, and then he's like, "That's it," and then nothing else, and then no, and then. And then no, and then, and then no, and then, and then no, and then. He used to crack up so hard.
Speaking of drive-through, do you guys not crack up? Culver's and Chick-fil-A always do this. You say, "And will that be all?" And you go, "Yes, that's all." And you go, "Okay, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure."
Yeah,
They
I
always
think
say,
they're literally not. They're not allowed to say.
I've never been
thank
to
you.
either one
"Oh
of those
my
places.
gosh, it's so weird." Like they say it all the time. Like, "It's
Now,
my
why is that?
pleasure."
Why is that?
It's in a script. It's like I think they just have
Yeah.
to say it.
They're trained to say my
They're
pleasure
trained to
instead
say
of
it.
thank
It's my
you.
pleasure. Yep.
It's better than my precious.
It's my precious. Your cheeseburger is ready.
Uh-oh. We lost Carmen. She's gone.
Aw.
That was
She's
it.
frozen.
That's it. The precious took her out. Too much.
She's like, pleasure. I'm out of here. What about you, Michael? What's your goal for 2022?
I would love to have a little more peace this year.
From
A little more
your,
peace in the year coming up because we've been on a wild ride now for 2 years, all of
but
us.
when you say peace, do you mean in general or do you mean like your personal life,
Within my nucleus, my inner circle, if you
your
want to
inner
call it
circle?
that. More,
Yeah,
just
okay.
more peace, more harmony,
Yeah.
more clarity.
And how do you think that you're going to help make that happen?
Like you said, lead by example because they do what you do, not what you
Oh,
say.
so I get you. So you're saying that you're not going to trigger situations more. You're going to help keep the peace by leading by example.
I'm honestly going to try to live more in the present moment
Yeah. It's
and
not easy.
surrender to the flow.
It's not easy because there's a lot of people out there. I really believe that they're in our lives to trigger us, to help us with our shadow work, and to keep us like, you think you know your shit. All right, well, this person is in your life, and
What do you think, Rick?
Well, when you say surrender to the flow, what does that mean?
That means be okay with things not being okay.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
And
I was
being
gonna say,
okay
yeah.
with me not necessarily understanding what they're doing, but knowing that's where they are on their path and
Hmm.
trying to proceed without control and judgment.
That's
yes,
good.
that is
Yeah,
good.
that's awesome.
What about you, Carmen? What's a goal in 2022 that you want to try and achieve? Your besides your second book.
Oh, I don't have I don't do that. I don't say that in a bad way. I feel I don't have goals for 2022. I have goals in general. Does
Okay,
that make
which they
sense?
are.
So I have my daily
Foundations.
goals and then I have my lifetime goals.
What are your daily goals? Let's hear
My
that.
daily goals, the first one, and I write it every morning in my journal,
Mm-hmm.
is please God help me be better than I was yesterday. It's
Mm,
I say that
yeah,
every single day.
it's your mantra, right?
It's kind of my mantra. I like that. Yeah, maybe it's my mantra. I just want to be that person that is continuously learning.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm.
I remember Maya Angelou once said when she was like she was like 85. It was right before she passed away, but someone asked her a question, so what is it like to be this successful author and to done all you've done and this poet, you're a poet, blah blah. And she was like, I'm not done. Like if I stop learning and growing, that's when you're dead. I mean, she said it
Yes.
much more
Hmm.
eloquently,
Yeah.
but
I can
Hmm.
so
see James being 80 and still being a kid.
I can
Having that
totally see that
playful
too.
joy. That playful joy. You
Yeah, I
know.
can see that too. Yeah.
Well,
What's the name
because
of the can opener again? It's
Oh
oh,
God, the can opener.
kitchen mama,
Kitchen Mama 7. It's even
I'm gonna
better than the 6.
I'm gonna
it's way
dream
better.
about this thing now. I can already
And the
tell.
It
Latina,
goes
Opening
the
cans in
faster.
Latina
my
version.
dreams.
I'm gonna get the Latina version, Mamacita.
Mamacita, kitchen mamacita.
Does it all.
The thing is, he was showing us an example, and it totally messed up. That's what was so
I
Yeah.
hilarious. He
Well,
was
know,
that's
so
but
beautiful.
that's
excited about
life.
That's
it.
beautiful.
That's life. It's like when you take your car into the shop and you tell the mechanic it's making this noise. Go take it for the test drive, and it's like
Right,
perfect. And you're like, and they're
Oh my
like,
gosh.
and then
Yes.
you take it home, and then the noise happens again. You're like,
Yes.
right,
Yes. Yes. That's
right.
happened so many times.
Yeah, yeah.
Is
that is
is
life.
anybody blocking anybody here? My goal in the New Year's is to unblock everybody.
That is life.
Blocking people? You mean on
Unblock.
Habs?
Unblock. Because I know
Unblocking
of individuals that have blocked like 100 people.
Oh yeah, I block people all the time. Haven't we? Well, I've already had this conversation with you. You and I have a different idea about blocking.
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
good
I
with
had this
blocking.
conversation with you too, Michael. You know
You're
how
just
I
a
stand.
blockhead, Michael. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think you have to do what works for you. I think
Yep.
you feel uncomfortable blocking people, and that's okay.
And
I'm the opposite way.
that's one of my goals too for 2022 is to eliminate as many toxic people in my life as
Mm.
possible.
Hmm.
And then
How about you, Rick?
the people that aren't that I want to keep in my life that might be, energy suckers or drainers and could be toxic, but I want to keep in my life, I find that I need to limit my interaction with them and
Hmm.
then do my best to really center myself before I engage with them, and and just try to not tippy-toe around topics that I know are going to trigger me and or trigger each other, and so that we can have a pleasant conversation and evening, and not,
I feel like you're
those people
talking to
that
me when you say that.
no, I'm
People
talking
who
about
trigger
certain
me.
people.
I feel
No,
like
but
he's going
it's
to be in this room next year by himself.
He's like, and
I'm gonna be
people I
like,
want to interact with.
hello, hello. I'm gonna be on the Swiss
No, I
Alps
can see it
going,
now. He'll have a mirror and go,
hello,
"My guests are
hello.
all beautiful."
Right. Okay, Rick, what about you? Do you block?
Yes.
I'll
I
have
just
like
did it.
mannequins.
I just did it the other day during a broadcast,
Mm-hmm.
the first and only so far, because I've seen this. I don't really know this person that well, but I've seen him here and there on other people's broadcasts. But he was being specifically disrespectful to the guy that I was watching, and I was like, "This is bothering my spirit. You're bothering my peace, and I ain't gonna
Yeah.
have that." So I blocked it just so I wouldn't see his comments. But then when the broadcast was done, I unblocked him just so I could have peace watching the broadcast, not seeing this idiot saying really
Well, that's
disrespectful things to
interesting.
the
Yeah.
guy.
No,
That's
but
interesting.
I actually have it down so much where I could be in a broadcast like this, us four talking, and I can see a disruptive person, and without even skipping a beat, that person could be gone, and unless somebody wants to bring it up, nobody even knows what just happened.
Yeah, I've seen you do that a few times. I've seen you do that a few times. Right. Somebody will say something in the comments and it will
No, but still,
be,
if
and
somebody's
you'll just
talking smack to
delete
people
them.
in my
Yeah.
broadcast, even if they're not talking to me, that's negative energy. I don't want that.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Yeah. I think
You should
it's
have
the easy.
seen,
I mean, I wish it was that easy in real life. I mean, for me, it kind of is, but
right?
man, I would love to be able to be like, oh, sorry, you're a toxic person, like at the grocery store
Oh
and
no,
be
yeah, I
like,
know.
delete. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like,
yes.
I wish I could be
I
able
was
to
You'd
on a
be in the
do
grocery
broadcast.
store alone, though.
That's why I go to self checkout all the time.
Me too, but
I do.
like if it was as easy to do in real life, it'd be such a blessing, you know. For social
Yeah.
media, that's the easiest thing to do to get rid of people who are just not.
Oh, it is.
I
And
Hmm.
you know
think
what's
Rick wanted
that's
to say something.
hilarious is the people real fast. The people that you do block and they can't like let it go. Like they think that I can read their text. If you're in my room right now, or obviously if I'm in somebody else's room and I block you, I can't see your text. So stop
Right.
texting me stuff to me.
Right.
I can't see it.
Go ahead, Rick,
Well,
because
go,
Michael's
Rick.
gonna
So
make sure you speak, baby.
I know, that's fine. But yeah, I was on a broadcast. Oh no, I wasn't in the broadcast. I was in the chat, and Tony D's chat, and I forget who else was in there. And then this guy said something. It was, I think it was related to the vaccine thing. And then the guy called me a moron, and
Mm.
everybody was like, "Oh no, you didn't! You did not talk about Rick like that. We are not
That's
going to let
right.
you talk."
I heard
And they
Tony
went
talking about
off,
that.
and
Yeah.
he was like, "Listen, if that ever happens again, you tag me, right? I will be
Yeah, yeah,
there."
yeah,
And I
yeah.
was
I
like,
heard about that.
"Wow, okay, I'm
We
feeling the
got your
love.
back,
I'm
Rick.
feeling the
Oh yeah,
love.
we got your back.
I appreciate it. I appreciate
Yeah, absolutely.
it."
No,
Hi,
but you're solid.
sweetie.
You're a
Hi,
solid cat.
Joy.
I love what Joy just asked.
And you know what? My response to you, Joy, is
Mm,
I don't care.
I don't need it,
Mhm.
honestly.
I don't care. I don't care
I
how many
think when
people block
people
me.
block me or people don't like me or people make it known, I consider it a blessing because then it's
Yes,
really easy to be like, oh, okay, that's totally cool. Please walk away. Because then it allows for somebody else to come in. I don't get upset
yep,
at all. And like, if I
exactly,
don't know you, I don't care. I don't
exactly.
know.
Exactly.
I don't care.
You ain't paying
I
my
know that
bills. I
sounds
don't care.
mean.
Yeah, you ain't helping
Yeah.
me
What do
live
you
my
think the
best
reason,
life
though, is certain people get together a lot? And that happens here on Haps. And they call it very clicky. I've heard that. What do you
because
think the
you
reason?
find a common connection. You find a bond. Something resonates. It can also be that certain people, like I believe certain people that are in this room, in this little square right here with us, that we've been together in past lives. So it's only natural that we're sharing experiences again, with each other.
I think Rick's face just said, "If I did this before, I'm not doing it again in the next." That was the look that, like, if this is the second go, oh my lord, what did I sign up
This is
for?
it. What did I do wrong?
The second, you mean more like the 200th?
Yeah. So I don't believe in that. But Rick, you
It's
go ahead. I
okay.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
believe in
Rick doesn't
Oh,
believe in it either. If we got to we
was I
were
supposed to say
divided
something?
on that down the middle.
past live stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Look
Sorry.
at my Rick. Were you going to say something? Because if not, Michael's going to say, "Can we let Rick talk?"
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I feel I think I say this all the time. There are 8 billion people in the world. I don't know why everyone thinks everyone that you come in contact here in your own little world, everyone's going to like you. They're
Right.
not. It's just not possible. It's what makes the world so beautiful and different. And I don't expect everyone to like me. I'm okay with that. I came to terms with that as a little kid, and it is, again, one of the blessings of my life. And part of it is because I was so different from everyone else. And I had to figure out a way to deal with that because I knew it would break me to keep feeling sorry for myself or, going down that rabbit hole. But what it actually did was it made me realize, like, you know what? It's okay if people don't like me.
It's okay not to like everyone. You don't have to like
Oh, I don't
everybody.
like most people,
I,
so
I
that's true. I
same,
don't.
But maybe
same.
that's what it is. We've all felt like we were weirdos at one point. Maybe that's the commonality. We have that.
When you say
Well, I
Because
think
weirdos, what do you mean? I don't know.
well,
let's not say
I
weirdo. Say
always
the black sheep of the family. Do you
no,
feel like the isolate?
I always thought I was a weirdo. I really
I,
always
I,
thought I had a
I
different
prefer
belief of life.
I prefer
Like
the
I
word
viewed the
different.
world differently.
Go
Okay.
ahead,
Go
Rick.
ahead,
I'm
Rick.
sorry. Go
Go ahead,
ahead,
Rick.
Rick.
No, I
Well,
was say different. I prefer the word different.
but
Because I always
Rick,
felt
you
like I
felt
was
that way as
different.
a child. Michael felt that way as a child.
Always.
Carmen, you felt that way as a child.
Different. I can't say the
No,
word
don't say weirdo, but different,
not
different.
weirdo. Yeah, I felt
Yeah,
different
different.
because I mean, I
See,
had no
that's one
parents.
thing all four of us share.
Yeah.
Let's go further on that. How many siblings did you guys have? And who were you? What was the pecking order with your siblings? Were
Good
you the
question.
second, the middle?
I have one brother and I'm the oldest.
Okay,
I'm the
interesting.
oldest.
Ooh,
I have
two
one sister.
oldest. And what about you, Carmen?
I guess I would say I'm the youngest, but that's a weird thing because I have picked family. But yeah, I'd say
Oh,
I'm the
picked.
youngest.
Okay, okay,
It's just different.
okay. No,
What about
but
you?
I'm the middle. But
Middle.
there's a belief system, and it's obviously it's a general belief. The oldest is the one that gets most responsibility, most stuff thrown at them, right?
Oh, you talking about the birth order book?
Birth order, yeah.
Yes,
And
I
then the
believe in that.
sec, yeah, and the second one is kind of the one that's, you know, the more radical tendency, or the one that's more goofs off, things of that nature, whatever. And then the youngest is the baby of the family, the one that gets off scot free and pretty much
Okay, what's the only one then? Well, I think I would be
that would
mostly
the only one
alone.
would probably can fall in almost all three
Yeah.
categories,
Okay.
because you're getting all three things at some point in your childhood. You're getting the first child, and as oldest as being, responsibility and what, but then you're also going to get the crazy second child syndrome, and then you're also going
Mm,
to get the baby syndrome too, the
mm.
youngest syndrome. So if when you're
I
an
can
only
agree with
child,
that.
it's hard to raise an only child because it's difficult. They got books on just raising a single child because it's not an
Mm.
easy task. You better have a lot of friends to help that kid out, because I know a lot of people that are only childs, and it's not, they're always looking for, when you have brothers and sisters, you at least have people in your house that you can, mingle with and play with and fight
Mel,
with
he
and
thanks you.
socialize with.
He thanks you
Yeah,
for
I was
those
just gonna do the
awards.
same thing. He probably can't
Mel,
see it because it's on his phone.
well, he's also in the mode. He's
Yeah.
grooving.
Wait, am I missing
And what
Yeah, Mel
comments?
just gave you
she's sending you love.
hearts and
Thank you.
bursts.
Mel does too. She's so
Yes.
great. I love Mel.
The
She's so
before
great.
I go, and I do have to go. I want you to know
And
that
he said that an hour ago, just
you
for the
built a
record.
foundation of people
Love
who
Michael.
follow you in the morning with your exercise, and you're helping a lot of people. So keep doing what you're doing, and I love that you broke the cycle with your dad. So I'm glad that you're taking care of yourself, because we need to have you around a long time from now. And
And
beyond
I
the
and I know
gadgets
my
that don't
son's gonna
work.
continue it. I know
Beyond the
he's gonna continue
gadgets
it.
that don't work.
And what was it again? Long drawn out stories for 300.
Yes, yes,
I thought it
yes.
was
Can I
500.
can I tell you my dad? My dad started smoking when he was 12.
Yes.
He's passed now, but he has had 5 heart attacks and 2 strokes.
Oh
You
my
literally
god.
could not kill him, but the last stroke he got over everything, but the last stroke just knocked him out for 7 years. He was like mentally just barely there, very childlike. In the very beginning,
Leslie.
he was in a nursing home in the beginning, and he would scream all day long. We would get off the elevator, and the door wasn't even open yet. We already hear him like screaming all day long. I was like, oh my gosh, 7. He didn't do that for very long, like a month or two or something. But then after that, he was just very childlike, and it was sad to see somebody that was like very masculine, take charge type person, and they're totally helpless. That sucked.
That's a
Thank you so
lesson
much
in
for the
humility,
kind words,
right?
Leslie. I love you, Leslie. Thank you so much.
But the good thing is, I'm hoping I got them strong genes because I don't do any of that stuff, so I'll be okay for a while.
Yeah, you'll live forever.
Well, you got
And
Levi's or which ones?
Yeah, I'm just letting that go over my head.
I know. It was bad.
Same.
It was
same.
bad.
I love when you guys try to be funny and you're not. It's a man thing.
I know.
think.
Yeah.
It's a man thing.
I strike out lots, so
Yeah, but you try. A for effort. A for effort.
I think he's funnier when he doesn't try.
I know.
Damn it,
Well,
man.
seriously, the beginning of this whole broadcast, I was dying on the floor. I was like, "Oh my god, it's so funny."
I need to see this can opener before I leave. Let's
Yes,
just
yeah.
show it to me.
Oh no!
Right.
Please
Yes,
don't.
I want to see it. And I gotta know.
Yes, please
I'm-
do another sample and show how
Yes,
it works.
yes.
Oh, I
and
gotta
just
open
filter
another
everything.
can.
Yes,
Well, I
peaches.
mean-
There
That's
we
your
go.
favorite hobby, isn't it? I need another can.
Where's the cans?
But Michael,
Stop
just to build up
donating
to
all
the
my
can
cans to
opener,
charity. I need them here.
just to build up to the can opener, what you have to understand is he went shopping today with his client and they bought all this bling stuff. And so as he's building up to it, he's showing us everything he's bought. A juicer.
Now, is this for gifts for clients? Is
No,
that what
no,
it is?
no.
For his
That was.
house.
Yeah, I bought it from Alexis from Pamper Chef on here on Haps. I was helping her out because she's. So I just bought a bunch of like gadgets. All right, so let's
So
open
cool.
up some tomato paste.
Yes, let's. Yes, let's.
Oh, that's nice that you did that for her. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, so Michael,
Yes,
I highly
sir.
recommend this.
Yes, I'm
It
ready.
is the Kitchen Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen Mama.
Mamacita.
Or Mamacita if you are
It has a very
Latino.
interesting shape. Okay, go ahead.
So, all right, I'm going to flip the... Ooh. All right, hold on. I'm going to flip the camera so you can get the full effect.
Yes.
Yeah. Watch it spill. No, okay. It won't.
All right. So this time I'm going to make sure it's securely on. All you do is just is a magnetic thing right here. Just
Uh-huh.
put it on.
Yeah.
That's it, like that, and then hit the
Yeah.
button.
And don't forget to explain about the edges.
He does that
Yeah.
afterwards, after he has to clean up everything.
Yeah, right. This time it's going to come
Well,
off
this is-
nicely.
This
This
time
is
it's going
thick,
to
so
work.
this is
Yeah.
thick, so it shouldn't spill everywhere at least.
No.
Oh,
it
that's
won't
right,
spill.
right.
True. Yeah, it reminds me of another can opener I had that cut the edges weird.
Did you hear the noise change? When you hear that noise change, you know it's done. So you just tap
Yeah,
the
when it
button,
clicks.
Uh-huh.
and that's it. And you just pick
Okay.
it up, right? And then, bing. No sharp
That's
edges.
awesome.
No sharp edges.
Except inside the can.
No, because look, it's not sharp either. It's soft.
Weird. I like
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
Isn't that cool? It is
It- There you go. See?
the Kitchen
All you need
Mama.
is someone who believed in you. You had two
Oh.
naysayers in the
There it
room.
is.
They controlled
Kitchen-
the energy
Kitchen
and
Mama.
had it sabotage on you. That's what it was.
Oh my God. Rick, are you going to let him talk to us this way? Wow.
I have one too, so I can't even say nothing. And I
I
love
know,
it.
right? I know, but it was still was funny. We were because Michael
Wait,
didn't
you-
see the
Rick,
the,
you have
the
one
chip
too?
holders.
So does Carmen.
Well,
I
I
do
don't
not
have the
have
Mamacita
one.
Oh,
one.
Carmen, I thought you said you had one.
No, you said you were
No.
going to buy me one. You said you think you
No,
could buy
no,
presents.
she's got
I
the
said
big
no.
papa. She doesn't have the
Oh.
big mama.
Oh,
Oh, look
my.
at you with the. What is your fascination with me and my men in life? You have some weird. Oh, is that your aquarium?
Yeah, it's my
It's
Okay,
TV.
that's
Right.
It's
beautiful.
this TV that
No,
looks
that's
like
a
an
TV.
aquarium.
Boys,
Boys, boys, shush, shush.
I thought it was a real aquarium. I was gonna say.
No,
can
this
you fix
this
the
one's
color?
fake. My real one is in the other room. I got a real one over here.
No,
This
it's
is my
not.
real
It's a
one.
TV as well.
That
Just
one's my
don't
real one.
believe a word he
That's
says.
my real one.
I don't believe
Michael!
nothing. Nope, I'm
Stop it!
done.
All right, no, he's right, David. But the real one is in the other room. The real one is in the other room.
I love that you leave the TV on with the aquarium
That's the
station
real
and
one.
the
That's the
fireplace.
real one.
Yeah,
That's not the
they're
real
all
one.
nice TVs. Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
that's the
really
real
nice
one.
TVs.
I like them. Beautiful. That's got to be hard on your TV though, having that on all day.
It's
Only
not
at
on
night.
all day. There's my friend Earl. Hey
Hi,
Earl.
Earl.
Hey, where he went hiding?
Yeah, he's trying to play it off like no, I don't believe you now at all.
You should put Christmas stuff up. That's what you should do. Oh, what's
I
your
do
dog
have
looking at?
Christmas stuff up.
What was your
There's
dog
a
looking at?
Christmas tree. Look,
That
there's
was
the
weird.
village.
Michael,
Little
did you
scent
just say
village.
that's weird? It's just very
Yeah.
modern-y. It's modern.
No, his dog was just
Oh,
like
his
staring up the
dog. I
stairs.
was
That's
Look,
just
like,
said, what is this dog staring at?
this seat is reserved for Westies.
is that what your dog is, a Westie?
Yeah, I got two of them. And look, this is Vinny. This is the pillow we had made for Vinny, and it's a Westie, and it just says a bunch of Vinnies, no, a
Man,
bunch of Westie, and then we of course got one for Rocky.
man, I
Oh.
wish I was a dog in your house, okay? I'm just
For real.
saying. That
There
seems
they
like
are.
living large to me.
Oh,
Listen,
they
you could
are.
get excited every time you use the can opener.
My
That's right.
my one of my
Can.
friends always says that Rocky hit the lottery when we found him.
Oh, that's beautiful. I like that Santa Claus.
There's another
Oh my
one.
God.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful, man. You built a nice home there.
He's so cute.
And we got
He is cute.
Mr. Fox.
Listen,
Hey, even
folks,
I'm gonna
and
jump
his
off
sled.
too.
I'm gonna jump too.
All right, guys.
So
You guys
thank you
take
for
care. Oh, I
being
got another
here,
one over
all
here.
of you.
Oh, that's a
Uh,
cool Santa. Oh, I love that one.
Mhm.
Do you
I'll
have
take
the
that
weird elf?
instead of the can opener.
Right?
Do you have the weird elf dude thing too? I hate that thing.
Oh no, he doesn't
Oh,
have
I
the.
want to get
Oh,
one. I
he
got
does. There it
the
is.
regular elf on the shelf, but I know what you're talking about, Rick. The crazy
That's
ones.
creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that is
crazy
creepy.
ones.
Do you remember the ones from the 40s, 50s?
Which?
Yeah,
What are you talking
that
about?
The
Hobby
ornaments
Lobby
that
sells
look
them.
like that, and they had really
Yes,
pointy features. They were,
Hobby Lobby has those crazy elves. If you go to Hobby Lobby, do you
but
have a
they're
Hobby Lobby
spooky
in
looking.
Canada?
They're very
Oh,
They
spooky
are.
looking.
They are
Yeah,
spooky.
and they're human. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Rick's going. I actually agreed to be in
Matter
this
of fact,
room.
I
Okay.
showed it in my broadcast with Kevin and Tony when I was driving around. The broadcast that Tony got
Oh god.
banned from
Oh,
Twitter.
you were in the
No,
porn shop.
it wasn't porn.
He keeps saying it's not a porn shop.
it's not
It's a
Dude,
porn
there's
shop.
that stuff in
It's
there.
no, it's heavenly. No,
Practically.
it's
A porn shop.
Lovers Lane. It's not
It's a porn shop.
It's a Lovers Lane.
If it's got sex toys, it's a porn shop. In
It's
my
a porn
opinion.
shop. You
did-
can call it.
You
can
don't
put
have to
lipstick
be
on a pig, still
21 to
pee.
walk in.
It's only for massage. That's it.
Yeah, that 12-inch massage thing, right?
Oh,
Did you, oh, that was
hi,
the double
Michael. Did
doinker.
Michael just go? He
that
left
was,
without saying
that was the
goodbye.
Flushed
double
himself out.
doinker.
He flushed himself.